Please welcome to the stage Rosemary Cipriano.
Okay. It's happening live. All right. Hi. I'm a chatty person. I'm a Gemini. I have something to say. Thank you. I have something to say about every little thing, every conversation, every story. I have something to contribute to it. But I was at a complete loss for words as to how to talk about my boobs until pretty recently. So I was born without my left pec, so my left breast just never grew. She stayed a quiet, barely there A cup, while my right one flourished into a gravity-defying D cup. It's called Poland syndrome. It's this really rare syndrome where you're born without one of your pectoris majors. There's very little research on it. There's really not that much out there on it. All you know is that you're just born with it. Maybe it's not Maybelline. And aside from the cosmetic stuff on it, carrying groceries is really difficult, and doing push-ups and pull-ups and any pec machines at the gym I can't do. A lot of other people who have this, they also have a lot of other side effects. Like some people have like a webbed hand or webbed fingers on the side of the pectoris that they're missing. So I kind of was lucky that I was just missing that full muscle and nothing else. So it didn't really affect me that much as a kid. I didn't really notice it that much until I got a little bit older and started going into locker rooms and seeing girls in bathing suits and noticing their cleavage and that I didn't have any and they did. And I became mildly obsessed with staring at girls' tits. Just wishing I had cleavage too and wondering what that would look like on me. No one knew that the loud bitch in the back of the classroom with the unibrow and the softball jersey, the one that was the class clown, the jokester, no one knew that she was hiding behind all of these jokes, that she had to stuff a prosthetic breast into a bra she got from a doctor every day and couldn't tell anybody about it, had to keep it a complete secret for so long. Not tell a soul and not wear low-cut shirts for fear that people would see. Yeah, that's a prescription prosthetic and a prescription bra. You can't find that at Kohl's. So the prosthetic breast was like, it became another like limb for me. It looked like a fake boob. It was like my color nude. It was like beigey, and I had a fake nipple. No idea why. No purpose for that. And it was like slinky and plasticky, and it would stick to my chest in the summer when I got sweaty. The chafing was real. So gross. And it would bounce if you threw it. Yes, I've thrown it. Had a friend who liked to play hot potato with it. And I remember the doctor came out with all of these specific bras for it. So what made it different from a normal bra was that there was like a little slit in it where you could put the prosthetic in, and it was kind of like a bralette. They're very comfortable, aside from the fact that you're wearing a prosthetic. And they tried to make them look like pretty and make you like feel like a woman. And there's these lacy, flowery bras. And my favorite was this white bra that had lace all over and had lace over the cleavage, so I didn't have to worry about that. And what was awesome about it was that it looked like a shirt, like a lace shirt that you put underneath like a tank top. And this was the early 2000s, and people loved that shit. So I got compliments on it all the time. Where did you get that? Kohl's. But things started to change once I got my first crush in 5th grade. His name was John. He was a bad boy. His parents were divorced. And I thought I could change him, and it wouldn't be the first time that I would think that about a man. But he started dating this girl who was like the certifiable popular pretty girl. She wore head-to-toe baby fat and Puma sneakers, and she rocked the shit out of these white camisole tops with the bras built in. You know what I'm talking about. She rocked the shit out of those. And I remember looking at her and looking at her boobs and looking at her cleavage and thinking in 5th grade, shit, I'm going to need a boob job because no guy's going to want to date me when I get my bras from doctors. And I didn't really understand what a boob job was at that point in time. I was still too young. I kind of just thought they put the prosthetic in my chest. And there was a while when I was younger where I was like, well, God made me this way, so I'm not going to change it. But as my right breast grew and as I got more crushes, I realized I don't have to sit here and take this. I can do something about it. And the sexual part was kind of a mystery to me, too. At that point, I didn't understand, like, what the point of boobs were. I just knew that I needed to have them even because that's all I knew my entire life. From the moment I was born, my doctor handed my mom a business card of the plastic surgeon who would reconstruct my boobs one day. They knew that early. And I had never known another life other than one day I'm going to get a boob job and one day they'll be even. But right now they're not. And The Little Mermaid had an excellent rack and Prince Eric loved her. And it just made me realize, like, I need that too. I want that too. I want to be even. I want to wear a shell bikini. And you know, Ariel gave up her voice for the chance to walk on land. I gave up my left tit for what exactly? People make deals with the devil and the Babadook, and they get something in return. Me, I got the experience. This was an unpaid internship. But one day, I did learn how it folds into sex. And that's when I really, really felt like I needed that boob job. And I watched this. I realized that, you know what, I'm just not going to have sex until after I have all this breast reconstruction, then I'll have sex. But then I saw a movie once where a girl was wearing a t-shirt while she was having sex the whole time. And I was like, oh my God, I just need to find a guy that's into that would never want to see my boobs and everything will be fine. Obviously, that's not what happened. My first sexual experience was while wearing a prosthetic. It was with my first partner ever when I was in high school. And he knew my situation, he understood it, but I don't know if he really did because he was a teenage boy with a girlfriend that looked like she had big boobs, so I don't think he really cared all that much. And he always, you know, like teenage boys do, like they want to see your tits, and said, no, not yet. And one day, it was just this beautiful summer day on Long Island, and I just decided that now is the time. I'm going to take off my shirt and I'm going to show him what I look like. And I had prepared for it. I thought about the sexiest bra I had as a 15-year-old, which was a pink leopard print bra from Victoria's Secret. And I stuffed my prosthetic in there and tried to maneuver in a way that it wasn't that noticeable. And I thought, okay, I'll take off my tank top. I'll put my hair in front of my left breast and then just like show him the right one. My right side is better. And he won't even notice. It'll be fine. And so we were enduring one of our many makeout sessions, leaving to absolutely nothing, and the good old days. And I was so nervous. I was shaking, and my stomach was just tumbling over itself, and it was just the most perfect day. My dad was mowing the lawn, and I smelled like salt from the beach still, and my hair was like the cute beachy waves, like not that greasy, and I was young and felt alive, and I was like, I need to do this. I have to do this. I can't be afraid forever. And so I took off my tank top and did exactly what I had been rehearsing in my head. take off tank top, put hair in front of left breast, put the right one out. And I did that. And then he moved my hair out of the way. And I watched him look at my breasts and look at the prosthetic peeping out. And he looked up to me and he said, "You're beautiful." And I wish I could live in that moment forever. I felt normal for the first time. I felt like there wasn't something wrong with me. But it didn't last forever because the jealousy swept in. And what if he sees another girl with just as big of tits as I do and decides to go with her? He could have someone normal, but he's staying with me, but I don't know how long he's going to stay with me. I could hear those words 1,000 times over, and I would never believe it. I felt like a circus performer. Every time I looked in the mirror, I looked like there was something wrong with me. I couldn't look at myself. I was the girl with severely uneven boobs. And even at one point, my doctor was like, just try to do some arm exercises. Maybe there is some muscle left there that you can build up a little bit. And I would try so hard, but nothing ever happened because there was nothing ever there, and nothing would ever be there. And I found solace in the day that I had my final breast surgery. I don't think anyone has walked into a hospital so damn happy in their lives. I practically skipped into the OR. I told every nurse that would come my way the whole situation. I told them the whole story. I have Poland syndrome, and I've been living with a prosthetic, but now I won't have to anymore after this final surgery. I cannot wait to never wear a bra again. I will just be braless forever. And I remember I woke up and I felt like there was a jellyfish on my face. I have asthma, so they put all these tubes and things in me. And I started ripping it apart, and a nurse came over and, brought me back to reality, my new reality. And I remember the smell of iodine and sweat, and my surgeon runs over too, and he sees I'm awake. And I looked at him as if he was God, and I said, "Do I have boobs now?" And he opened up the surgical bra, and I looked down, and I saw that I had 2 boobs, and they were there, and they were even, and they were perfect. They may have been a little bloody, and they may have been a little bruised at the moment. They may have been scarred, but they were my boobs, and I loved them so much. And the road to recovery would be so difficult, but it was all worth it to look in the mirror and not want to look away and to be proud of what I saw. Now, I want to tell everybody in the world that I have fake boobs. I tell everybody, anyone that crosses my path, every guy I've ever slept with knows, even if it was a one-night stand, they know. They are lucky to have been with a girl who has fake boobs and has a perfect rack. You're lucky. And I feel so set in myself and so set in my personality, and that my boobs fill out all of my bras and my body feels amazing. And I finally felt like this part of me that was missing, it was filled, literally, and I felt like the woman I always wanted to be, and I could go forth and be that woman, and nothing was stopping me. And I will tell everybody that I have fake tits. And my dad used to tell me when I was little, he used to tell me to close my mouth when I played softball because my teeth were expensive. Well, my tits were expensive, so I will have them out on display whenever possible. And if there's anybody out there who doesn't know this story, please have them come my way, because I'd love to tell them the story of the girl with incredibly even boobs. Thank you guys so much.